Hello, beautiful people. My name is Amanda Zitto. If you are new here, I make motorcycle travel vlogs, how-tos, and general encouragement for you to get out and do the thing. And in just 4 weeks, I will be riding 8,000 miles across the United States to Tampa, Florida to attend the Forgotten Angels campout. If you missed the video where I announced this trip and explain a little bit more in detail about why I'm doing that, I'll link that above my head and down in the description. And if you're totally new here and didn't know that I have ridden across the country before already, I did ride across the country in 2020, and I'll link that series down in the description as well because this is a good time. I'm pretty proud of it. I don't know. I have quite the to-do list to take care of before the trip. I've got a lot of new gear that I'm really excited about. Some is still in the mail. Some pieces I can't quite talk to you about yet, but I'm so excited about. And then some other pieces that are here that I'll talk to you about like later in the video because I need to tell somebody because I'm excited. As for the to-do list, I think I'm going to focus on a couple of the quick and easy things that I can take care of right now. I'm going to attach the new throttle lock that I bought. I'm going to install my new hydration system, the Moto Jug on the bike, and should eliminate the backpack problem altogether. We might not get very far, but that's okay. Let's get to it, shall we? Oh no. I have heated grips and there's this wire coming off of it and I'm kind of worried that's gonna be in the way. Oh no. So after rewatching the instructions a few times, I figured out that I may have made a slight mistake. I ordered the bottom pack because that's what they suggested for my bike. However, I didn't take into account that I have this big old wire coming off of my heated grips. However, I think that I have figured out that I can mount it like this, because when I turn the throttle, this whole piece will turn with it and I can still lock it really easily. It'll look kind of weird when it's parked, but it'll still be functional for what I needed to do and it won't be that big of a deal. I got this. Everything's fine. Okay, we're going to bolts now. So I did something. Oh, I can't believe I'm about to tell you this. I broke it. This is 100% my fault. I absolutely do not blame the product or the company in any way. This is 100% me. I was having a hell of a time trying to get the screw into this part, and I was trying to cinch this down even more than I could with my little hands. And instead of putting gloves on and trying to cinch it down more that way, I used vice grips to try to get some extra leverage on it and like cinch it down more. This is the body piece. This is the clamp arm. I completely destroyed the teeth on the clamp arm because I tried to use vice grips to cinch it down all the way. Don't do that. Learn from me. Oh, that's just, wow. It's fine. And also for the record, you can buy replacement clamp arms. I realized that after I bought a whole new replacement, and that's totally okay. It's gonna work out for the best anyway. So I bought a top mounting one for my replacement, so it'll work better with the heated grips. And later I might buy another clamp arm and see if I can't mount this like on one of my other bikes. Maybe Lazarus, who knows? So that happened. All you can do is laugh, you know? One of my more expensive mistakes, but that's how we learn. Anyway, on that note, I might install the Moto Jug, give myself an easy win, and go to bed for the night and try and tackle a few more projects in the morning. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Good morning. We're refreshed, we're reset. A couple of things that I want to tackle today. I am going to spray the bottom of my tent with Ignik wax and maybe the Rainfly. Ignik wax is just the brand, but I have a waterproof spray. So we're going to re-waterproof the bottom of my tent, maybe the Rainfly, I'm going to treat my tent and some of my riding gear with permethrin, which is this very nasty insect repellent. However, I did treat my tent before I did the cross-country trip in 2020, and it did help a ton with the bugs in the eastern half of the United States. If you do choose to treat your gear with permethrin, make sure that it's all outer layers of clothing. I tend to treat my riding suit with permethrin and then my tent, and that's about it. You don't want to treat any of the clothes that will be like in close contact with your skin because permethrin is a nasty chemical. I said that. Cool. I think that's what we're going to do today. Oh, I need to wash my windshield. I am going back and forth about upgrading my windshield. I haven't quite decided yet because if I upgrade the windshield, it will make it quite higher, but I'm worried about that getting in the way of my helmet shot. Like everything that's happening in my dash area already interferes quite a bit with the POV helmet cam. But knowing that I'm going to have to go through that area from like Barstow to Arizona, that is quite windy. The thought of having a little bit more wind protection in the front is really nice. I haven't decided about it, but I am going to wash this windshield in the in-between time, just in case I decide not to get the new one. I think we can get that done today. So I've also decided I'm going to treat the footprint for my tent as well. However, it is filthy, obviously, because it's the part of my tent system that sees contact with the ground the most. If you choose to treat your gear with Ignik wax spray, the stuff has to be very clean and it needs to be damp. So I'm going to take this in the bathroom, clean it all up, and then I'll bring it back out here and spray it. And then I will do the bathtub tent and the rain fly, get it nice and damp, and then spray that. Okay, I'm sorry it's a little bit loud in here because I've got fans going to dry out the tent fly and the tent body. So I'm waiting for those to dry. I'm going to clean up my windshield here. Thank you so much to Sarah for buying me some Plexus and some awesome sponges so I can do a deep clean on this poor windshield. First, I'm going to actually clean the windshield, so I'm going to get some hot water and a microfiber cloth and rehydrate some of these bugs, and then I'm going to treat the whole surface with Plexus. Not gonna lie, I don't see a huge difference, but it's definitely better than it was, so I'm gonna check that one off the list for sure. I've got the Moto Jug installed, broke the throttle lock, have a new one ordered. I have cleaned and treated the tent with waterproof and the bug spray. I'm going to wait and bug spray my riding suit once my tent is finished drying out. We washed the windshield, treated the windshield, did that. It feels like I did a lot of work, but it doesn't look like I did a lot of work on the to-do list, okay? It's fine. There's still 4 weeks. Everything will be fine. I'm gonna hand you back to past Amanda now. Okay, real quick, a couple of things that I'm really excited about. My friend Megan Stark, who also has a YouTube channel, by the way, so if you're not subbed to her, definitely go check her out. But she also runs a company called Great Lakes Supply Co. And she just recently was able to bring into stock actual motorcycle gear, like armored hoodies and armored pants. Along with those, she's also brought on some level 2 SaskTech armor, and she was kind enough to send me a couple pieces so that I can upgrade some of the armor in my jacket and my pants. This is so crazy. Look at this stuff. This is wild. I am so excited to get to put this. Oh God, I have to decide whether I'm going to put it in my jacket or my pants. I might have to buy more armor. Because this is crazy. I was a little skeptical watching her video because like I've been a D3O girl for a very, very long time. But this is wild. I'm really excited about this. Can you tell? I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Ride to Food for sending me some really cool stuff to be able to take on my road trip. including one of her killer travel towels, you guys. You didn't see these when she released them. They're microfiber. They packed down real small. And she did an incredible amount of R&D on these to make sure that they would be high enough quality to be her standards. Look at this towel. It's so nice. That print quality is so good. I always tell myself that I'm going to get in the water on a trip, but I never end up doing it. Oh yeah. Can you tell that I worked at REI and had to repackage stuff? Look at that. Okay, and then this is a hint of things that are coming. I can't show them to you right now, but I'm very, very excited about it. And moving on to the last couple things I wanted to share with you, because this is just funny and I don't expect them to like work properly because reviews online are pretty 50-50 about it. But I bought, because I'm doing this trip in March and I'm a cold person in general, I'm anticipating having some moments where heated gear would be very helpful. And I do have the heated base layer that I will absolutely be taking with me. And I have heated gropes on the bike. I've been going back and forth about buying one of those like heated seat inserts and like tearing apart my seat and putting it in there, but I'm not sure that I have enough time to do that before I leave now. But I did buy a heated pad cover and a heated seat cover from Ignik on sale because I think they're like, these are being discontinued. So this is what the heated seat cover looks like this. And it can be powered by USB or by 12 volt. I've tested them in the house just to make sure that they worked. And then I took them on a truck camping trip with my partner to the coast, and having the sleeping pad cover, we stuffed it in the bed to preheat it before we went to bed. And oh my God, it was so toasty. It was amazing. I have tested it also on the USB power, and it's more like an eco mode when you use USB power because you can hook it up to like a regular little battery pack and run it that way, but it's still warmth. And when it's that cold, any kind of warmth is amazing. I've been debating about whether or not I'm going to take like the full sleeping pad cover or just this little heat like seat cover with me. I like the seat cover because it's nice and tiny and it won't take up a whole lot of room in my luggage. Albeit like you only get that like little square of heat, but like something is better than nothing. But I'll show you the sleeping pad cover. Whew. Yeah, it's like full sleeping pad size. And there's a heat pad here and then another one in the toes. So it's like not the whole thing. It's just one here and one on the toes. That's why I'm kind of like, maybe I'll just take the seat cover and not the whole sleeping pad cover. Because this is quite large. Even rolled up, it's quite big. Like, it's not massive, but it is like, it would essentially be like taking 2 sleeping pads. Maybe we'll make this our end screen crew question, because I'm definitely going to take one or the other. I don't think I'm going to take both. Should I take the heated seat pad or should I take the heated sleeping pad cover? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button if you did. Huge shout out to my patrons on Patreon who make these videos possible, who are making this trip possible, and everybody who bought calendars, because you also are a huge reason I'm able to do this trip. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would like to get early access to videos like these ad-free before the rest of the world, you can head on over to Patreon for as little as $1 a month and support the channel over there. If that's not up your alley, that is totally okay. I have t-shirts, stickers, prints, all the good things with my motorcycle art on them over in my Etsy and my Redbubble shop. All of those things are linked down in the description. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see you later.